Game radio, shoutcast, music shows, lemon party.
What?
Alright, welcome back gamers to week 3 of CGi. Now we've got here Team Bias versus Triple H, and we're just going to cause that quickly because we did have to remake the game because J Davey crashed during his picking phase and ran it in M4. But anyway, we've got on the Legion team, Team Bias, we've got Arachna, Magebane, Myrmidon, Pharaoh, and Magnus, Scorpion Magnus, nice. As we've got for Triple H, Haters, Hos, and Hons, we've got Kudro playing Malik, and we've got Glacius, we've got Demented Shaman, we've got Tundra, and we've got Wretched Hag, and also I should introduce my co-caster. My co-caster tonight is Gio Manus. Gio, you feeling pretty good tonight about this match?
Yes, I am. I'm feeling quite well. It's a bit of deja vu, if you ask me.
Yeah, indeed. As we'll try and remember the brands now, if I remember correctly, it was Bubbles, Thunderbringer, Bombardier, Legionnaire, Slither, Sandwraith, and Soulstealer Band. Was that all of them?
Yep, that was all heroes that were banned.
Unless I call out 7, Jesus, I can't remember. Okay, so here we go. We've got the first. Now, as we said before, we thought that we're going to run the Legion team. We're going to run a trial with Magebane, Magnus, and Myrmidon with a very short-range tri lane. We're going to put Pharaoh up top to solo the tri lane, and we're going to have Arachna mid. Now, it looks like that is going to be the case at the moment, as it looks like the Legion team are going for a 5-man gank here on mid. They're going to come up and sit up around on the Ancients here. So we see they're all going mid. As we said before, Kudro loves ganking mid, and he'll be yelling his team to get it done, and to get it done frequently. So it looks like they are all indeed marching out there. I don't know if they'll get anybody, though. Some Legion team appear to be trying to stack bottom rune, and they're going for 4-man gank in there, while Pharaoh is just getting up into position at the top lane. But it looks like I'm not going to see anything happen unless Pharaoh decides to come down here and have a look at the rune. But yeah, it looks like they're just going to stand around. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen, as we see the Legion team sweeping, doing the same job. They're trying to sweep up here and look for enemy heroes and gank them. Although it usually doesn't work very well, because often there's one guy standing here just scouting and watching for his team. But as we can see, both teams, nothing happening. We've just got Hag scouting. So yeah, a bit of an uneventful start. But let's assume both teams are completely equal skill-wise. From the lineup, Gio, what team do you favour?
I'm going to favour the HHnH side. I think that they've got a stronger lineup than the Legion side does. Also because they seem much more organised than the Legion's team did at the start there. So I'd like to say that the HHnH probably got a bit of an advantage coming into this as far as teamwork is concerned, but might see individual skill come into it a bit as well. We'll have to wait and see.
As we see Arachna getting chased around by 3 heroes here at mid. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. No, here we go. Hag's ahead at bottom. We've got Glacius still mid, doing God knows what at the moment. It looks like they're going to have Tundra mid. Glacius I thought was going to join the tri lane, but apparently not. J Davey taking a ton of damage there. Very brave, but Arachna getting forced to waste her health pop very early. Already wasted a tango, so it looks like J Davey is going to harass the mid player very heavily, and they're just going to let the top lane go 2v1, as they should be able to handle it very effectively, fairly efficiently, as Demented Shaman can really hold his own there, just keeping Pharaoh away. And they're going to have a lower level mid player just with dual lane, but they're going to have a lot of harass put out on Arachna. Look at this. She's getting pounded. She's not going to be able to farm for nuts at this rate. It's getting so much damage stacked on top of her. Is that J Davey taking a ton of damage again? Going to back off, possibly go and plant a ward or something. No, he's just going to go and eat a tree and get ready to start all over again. So we're just going to scroll down the bottom with Hag here. So looks like she's been forced back pretty bad. Can't get anywhere near the creep, even though Myrmidon is very short range. Magnus can set up early stuns and set up weed fields and the magic cups for his teammates. But Gio, let's have a look at that mid lane. This is a bit different, the double mid lane. We don't see this very early. We don't see this very often at all. So what's your opinion on this? How they're going?
The only reason they're doing this is because 2-2-1 is a counter to a tri lane. So basically what's going to happen is the people in the opposite lanes to the tri lane are going to get forced out of their lanes really hard. So see if you notice Arachna, no regen. Glacius and Tundra have both been able to just absolutely smash him. So he's going to have a lot of struggle. See, now they're actually migrating players around to different lanes to try to compete. But yeah, Pharaoh top lane as well is probably having difficulty to deal with the Malik and D-Sham combo. So yeah, it's been interesting to see. So you don't really see that very often in a lot of games. But yeah, and now at the moment they're leading Magebane to solo against Wretched Hag. So
Yeah, it looks like Hag is definitely catching up the levels, and possibly says, as I should just bring my tab up there, just looking at the CS, Cujo on 11, and we've got my Talibot on 12, and it looks like Saib hasn't picked up a single creep kill yet, and Miara's only on 7, so he's not doing that well, really. They're getting smacked around quite a bit now that Hag's able. As we see, it looks like Pharaoh's about to go down. No, barely gets away as Betch is forced by the tower to back off. But like you said, it looks like they are conceding one lane to win two. As we see some action at mid, Magma's getting smashed here, not looking too healthy. J Davies ward almost allowing. Will it kill him? Yes, he gets the cherry popped on Magnus. Nice work from him there. So that ward very nicely placed allowed him to get the kill off on Magnus there. As we see Cujo spamming the Gs, dropping them Gs. And I'm not sure, did someone disconnect during that fight? Did you see why they paused?
I'm not really sure why they paused, but I think it's a bit interesting to know. Yeah, that guy, he stood still for a second because I think he thought Glacius was going to stop, doing anything. Just going to stop chasing him. But I don't get why you would stand still on that little HP. You can just walk all the way back to spawn. So, yeah. Yeah, Mirror just contacted me and said that the Magnus on their team was like that, so that could be the cause of why he paused. So I'd say that's likely, to be honest.
Probably. As we just having a look around here at the moment, just looking at Pharaoh, trying to see what his region is. Pharaoh is completely out of region at the moment. So, and they're not going to be able to, he's not going to be able to fly out any region really quickly either, as they haven't upgraded the monkey yet. But looks like Dimension are definitely, like you said, the 2-2-1 countering the tri-lane pretty hard, and they've been forced to, pull people out. You see Arachna still got, I think she shuttled out some tangos. I don't think she had, I think she only started off with 3. But yeah, definitely Arachna getting smacked around by J Davies, Glacius, and Whitaliba's Tundra. So that was a pretty interesting strat. And pretty effective too, as it's really pounded away. But see, the second that J Davy has left Tundra alone, we see Arachna stacking the damage on the Tundra, just trying to claw her way back into the lane here. But at the moment, it looks like Pharaoh having more creep pulled on him. Just looking at Magebane down the bottom, not faring too badly, doing pretty well. As we see, ward has been placed there by Saib. Fairly effective ward to watch out for any TP ganks. Looking at Tundra, Tundra's got an early bottle, and he's managed to get a bottle of regen, so he's probably going to spam the crap out of shards now at Arachna. That's going to force her back quite a bit. As we see Demented Shaman, Glacius is headed back to base. As we see Demented Shaman harassing Pharaoh some more, really giving him all hell. As I'm just waiting for Tundra to go nuts with ice shards, although it looks like he might be waiting for another level, so he can just get that level 3. No, he's not. He's just going to go now. He's going to smack Arachna around, give her all hell. As he can afford to be really brave here, as Arachna can't really kill him at this point. He's got the slow. Glacius has come in, dropped the Tundra Blast, and then Tundra, nope, going to back off. The Ice Imprisonment comes out. Arachna cancels the though, and out comes the Tundra Shards, but it doesn't matter. Glacius gets the kill, so J Davy on 2 kills already as Tundra uses the regen. As I said, he had the regen, so he could afford to be quite brave and take a lot of damage and just get it all back, just get all his HP back after he's finished doing that work. But really not looking too good at the start for Team 5s at the moment. Triple H really pounding away at them, using some good coordination. As we see Pharaoh at the top lane just using his soul, trying to CS. He's safe though at the moment. There's Demented Shaman though, busy pulling. Looks like he's going to try and double pull this creep wave. As yes, he is. He has managed to double pull it. Yeah, that was nice work from him. You see Malikan just tanking the creep there and just CSing away. As it looks like Wretched Hag in some trouble there. Oh, barely gets away. The weed field, good weed field from side, catching Hag. Magnus not getting there in time to get the staff though. So we've got Glacius level 4 already. Got 2 good kills. He's got Striders. Glacius going for a very early aggressive role. Like I said, J Davy loves to roam, loves to gank. So he's going to get stuck in on that with Striders. Looks like he's just waiting for Arachna to come back out into the lane. And then, oh, he's made a mistake. He's taking damage down. What is he doing? He's just standing there taking hits. No. Bit silly there. He doesn't realize that if you sit there and the creep are to the left, they can see you just through that gap of trees, and that allows the tower, even though I can't directly see you, gets the attacks. And you can see Arachna taking a ton of damage from Tundra as it looks like the Glacius Tundra Blast comes out as well. The Ice Imprisonment comes out. It looks like it's going to get finished off by Glacius again. J Davy going large and getting away with a sliver of HP. Geo, what about this J Davy and his Glacius?
It's quite interesting to see, but I don't think it's getting away quite yet. Pharaoh could be hitting him with... Nope, Pharaoh missed. Bad luck, Pharaoh. But anyway, yeah, really, really aggressive play from the Glacius, being able to come up behind and just continually gank that Arachne mid lane. Like I said, like he would have struggled against in top lane as well. Pharah's doing a lot better than like he would have been doing. So yeah, it's pretty hard when you play Arachne in like competitive games because you get ganked a lot and you can't really get like your farm up. So he's struggling to deal with it. And yeah, basically it's Tundra and Glacius are just able to get lots of kills on him, or at the very least force him not to get any CK. Like, look at his score at the moment. What is it, like? Only 8 CK compared to like other heroes on the other team. It's very, very hard to go up against that. Also, the tri-lane bot lane's pretty much not going too well either because they're just not able to get any kills onto the Wretched Hag. So, like Mira's getting free farm, which is okay, but they're still not good causing any kills on the Hag. So, yeah, it's a bit interesting. And looks like a couple of people came and ganked mid. It's quite good. Oh, come on. Little creep. Yeah, that was pretty good. The little creep was, Tundra's creep was nearly able to kill Magnus in the end because it got him to about 4 hit points. But yeah, thankfully, Myrmidon just managed to kill the creep before like the creep got the last hit, so that was quite well done. Yeah, so a couple of people TP'd into middle lane and they were able to take care of the Glacius Tundra problem. So hopefully that should bring Arachne back into the game a little bit, but I'm not really sure about it because he still doesn't have very much like farm at all. Only 12 CK.
Yeah, well, we saw JDAV be there hyper aggressive. I'm not sure if he was aware that the arrow hit them with a soul during the middle of that fight, but he got hit by the soul, went back into the fight with about 10 HP. So that was a bit crazy. Went back in and froze Arachne, but then got cleaned up by an auto attack from Arachne. So I don't know about that choice there. But yeah, we did see the Coral almost get the kill on Magnus. Unfortunately, fortunately for Magnus, Sybe stepped in with Myrmidon and took him out before he could finish. As we've now got action down the bottom lane, our Hag getting beat up by Magebane. Magebane just using his mana burn to really manage Hag's ability to be aggressive. As we see Tundra getting pounded, he drops his ult, has been ulted by Arachne. Arachne on very low HP. As we see Unbreakable get dropped on Tundra, and Arachne goes down, and Myrmidon goes down. So didn't look like Unbreakable needed to get triggered, but damn, that was pretty close. And a good TP in from Demented Shaman there. Good work from him, stepping in, saving Tundra there with a nice heal, and then Unbreakable, and then managing to finish off Arachne. As we see Pharah just looking around trying to get a kill off. As we see Tundra has popped a regen rune, although it gets knocked off by Pharaoh's soul there. Pharaoh trying to possibly push Tundra away there. I don't think he meant to trap him in with him, and now he's in a fair bit of trouble. Gets frozen by Glacius, although we see Demented Shaman stepping in. Sybe's come in with the Weed Field and the Magic Up, catches out Tundra, but Tundra managing to get the kill off though. Oh, sorry, not Tundra, it was JDAV. JDAV going nuts with that Glacius, gets another bitch slap off. As we see Tundra just firing some more shards around, harassing Magnus even though he's invisible. So, some pretty good work there as we see the Legion team really falling behind, some good counter ganking. As we see Cujo really getting away. He's got 58 CK at 9 minutes, so this Malikan is probably going to rip them a new one. Gio, what do you think he's going to go for?
Well, he's building Outbones, and that's really good on Malikan. Like, well, at the moment, I think Outbones really need some kind of a balance change towards them because they're just really, really good to buy. Like, originally they used to only be good if you could buy them before 9 minutes, but now because they stack and you get lots of charges really quickly on them, they're actually a lot better to buy. Like, a lot more, value for money. And they're also really good on Malikan compared to a lot of other heroes because Malikan works on attack speed. So the more he attacks, the more lifesteal he gets back. And because he does AoE damage, it's usually a lot better to do that. So Outbones is actually a really, really good item on Malikan. And also because he's jungling like 3/4 of the time, like during mid to early game, that gives him a lot of chance to just, be able to kill all the big creeps in the jungle. So I'm expecting his gold per minute to skyrocket. Like, it's already at, let's have a look. It's 140. No, that's the wrong one. 422, sorry. 422 gold a minute on Malik. That's huge. It's smashing everybody else on the other team. Like, on 5S's team, if you added the gold per minute of about 4 players, it would still almost barely beat the gold a minute of Malik. Even then, just good example. Malik coming in, trying to get another kill, jumping on the Pharah up top lane. Pharah's trying to do some damage, and he gets picked off by the Malik. So Arachne's coming in, trying to do some damage to him, but he's getting focused by the spider. There we go. Arachne getting a kill onto the Malik, and D-Shaman's probably going to get taken down too by a good play from Magnus. he's put Unbreakable on it, so that's put him back on full HP again. But Glacius comes in from the end. See, this is one interesting thing, is that people TP in and they help each other all the time. So and that was a humiliation 5S as D Sherman's Unbreakable mate just to keep him alive. So, you know, if that didn't go off, then he probably wouldn't have lived. So, and then here we go, just another example of people being able to port in. So, trying to get a kill onto him. There we go. Pharaoh managed to get a soul off onto the Glacius, and then the what do you call the mage main being able to finish him off with the mana combustion. Isn't it mana combustion?
God, Mana Rift, Mana Combustion, Tears Orb.
Yeah, I don't really play mage main very often because he's not really that wonderful of a hero. I mean, he's pretty easy to counter if he has something with mass disables because of his low HP. But yeah, there we go. So that was one of the good things that you see in like top level play, is how people are so willing to just TP into lanes. And you barely see that in pub games a lot of times. So if you notice that, we had like 3 or 4 TPs from both teams just teleport up into the top lane, stop whatever they're doing, and just come up top and just try to deal with the situation there. So Arachner and whoever the other hero was were able to come in and manage to get the pick onto Glacius and Malikan. So that was really effective, but just in the end, it's a bit of a shame that Arachner ended up dying. So
yeah, as we're talking about the TPs, we see JW having put a ward down here to watch exactly just for that TP ganks and watch out for reinforcements that come in as the fight rages back and forth. But we see Hag here might cop an ult, not sure. No, not being attacked there. Could have been stunned by Magnus and then ulted by Arachner. They decided to play aggressive, but no, there are a few heroes here as we see the ult go out from both Pharaoh and Arachner and Tundra as well. The Pharaoh no, that was Glacius, took a ton of damage. Magnus ulting, gets in there, drills them. A nice ult from Magnus, very well placed as we lose 4 Hellborn players. We lose everybody but Malikan, who wasn't even there. So definitely a good counter attack there from the Legion team. Pharaoh setting it up, and then Magnus getting a strong ult off, just nailing the Legion team as they all bunched up there. As Fives is calling out mad detected. Indeed, I would be quite mad about that. That was an excellent play from the Legion team. Definitely helping them get back into the game, although they still aren't dealing with this Malikan, who is sitting on 440 GPM as he just drops his outbones on another creep there, picking up a Skelly King. Although, I don't know, doesn't really have anything else he could have picked up. Could have just saved the charge and not used it right then. As yeah, probably shouldn't have used on the Skelly King. Could have just killed the creep who was out there and then finished up that Catman champion and then the Vagabond leader with it. Would have given him more money, but you know, it happens, you do it. As we see Arachner and Hag dueling a little more at bottom. Looks like Hag's coming out second best at the moment. Arachner's all walking very efficiently, just dropping a lot of damage on Hag. Hag being forced to back off. She's picked up a bottle, picked up a blood chalice, so hasn't really picked up any items yet though. I was looking at Shaman, has opted to pick up Ghost Marches. Now, personally, I'm not a huge fan of Ghost Marches on Shaman myself. I prefer to just not spend the money. Just when you got 1,000 gold, I prefer just to put it towards items that'll help the team rather than just speedy boots, because honestly, he's not doing a whole lot that requires him to move around the map a whole lot at this point. But Gio, what's your opinion on the Ghost Marches?
I don't really think it matters that much at all. It's such a minimal thing in the terms of the scope of the game. But I just think the support heroes can just buy whatever boots they feel like. It doesn't make that much of an impact on the game. Main thing is you should really be watching what the carries buy instead. So if you notice what Malikan's got, he's got a Black Legion helm as well. So not really sure if that's to help with his jungling or whether that's because the other team has a lot of really strong damage. I'd say it's for the Spider from Arachner personally, because the Spider's physical damage, so I think the Black Legion helm was meant to try to counter that a bit. Also because Malikan's strength is really on how fast he can attack, but Arachner's fairly countered that because his Spider and his web shot really lowered the attack speed of the Malikan, resulting in less HP a second. So I'd say the Black Legion helm is just to keep him alive a little bit longer so he can get more damage off and hopefully manage to kill that Spider. But because he's got around 460 GPM, I don't think he really just doesn't care about whatever to buy. He's just buying silly because he can. Look, post haste. There you go. Perfect example. Just because he can. So I expect Malikan to come into fights just whenever he needs to, because he's got post haste and he's just going to be able to walk around the jungle and just farm however he wants. So there he goes. Other heroes in the game, though, I'd like to have a look at what Mage Bane's items are. Compared to Malikan's items, Mage Bane's are really, really poor at the moment. I know he's saving up money to buy something useful, but it's a single Mighty Blade and Steam Boots compared to having an Outbones, a Black Leech, and Helm post haste. Malakin's a bit worrying. It's incredibly worrying. Anyway, it looks like we're having a try to gank on the Tundra at middle point. Magnus misses his stun, and he gets slowed by the curl. So there you go. In-game calling, he's bad. Poor Magnus.
Poor Buster Rhymes. As we see Cujo rising up there, he's got the Archbones, he's got the post haste, which lets him teleport all over the map and just get his farm on. But wow, he's sitting on 500 GPM, so really he's just laughing it up. Just Miara only on 270, so yeah, really their Legion carry nowhere even close to the Hellborn carry. But we see, I think Cujo is asking someone to stack the Ancients for him. Looks like Day Davey is headed over there to do just that right now. Yeah, he is just going to do that. As I'm looking mid-tower, looking at towers, the Hellborn have lost all 3 of their outer towers. On the other hand, they haven't taken... screw that up. The Legion have lost all 3 of their outer towers. The Hellborn haven't lost any of theirs. So really, it looks like Team HHnH and HoN going to have a lot of map control at this point. Going to have a lot of freedom to move around the map and get ganks up. We can only see a couple of wards up at the moment. Not a whole lot. See a couple of counter wards. Looks like they've been flying Tundra's bird around, just trying to find those wards. As we see the Coral chasing Cyber around. It looks like the Legion team are backing up, getting ready to defend at their mid-tower, their second mid-tower. As we see Cujo just farming away at top, and if he needs to come here, he'll just TP in off some creep. But it looks like the Hellborn team are going to try and set something. Although Pharaoh in a dangerous position here as he goes for the ult, cakes it though, misses. They had Solgar. I don't think it's spotted though, and he just fired a blind ult. Did you see what happened there? I think he fired a blind ult.
I think he fired a blind ult, dismissed, which is like, you know, what do you expect if you have no idea where you're firing at? So it's not really his. Anyway, it looks like we have people. Well, actually, all of them came bot to gank the Mage Bane through the forest. So bit of a shame that he did that. We'll see what happens here, though. So Arachna's tried to put a spider onto it. All their team manages to put some damage straight onto the spider, getting rid of it really quickly. Farah's trying to finish off Glacius, but Dishan keeps him alive with Unbreakable. But basically what happened there was just people came, picked up the Mage Bane really early on, and then Malakin post-tasted it at the end so that he can push down the tower for even more gold. But 530 gold a minute, wow, it's going to be a huge struggle for Mage Bane to come back from that, from only like half of it. So, and the other thing is like, the amount of towers that they have down for the Legion side is none. They don't have a single tower. So like you said, they've got no map control. They don't have a gold advantage. I don't really see like how they can actually come back in this game really at all. It's just, you'd have to do what you like when in a situation where you have huge disadvantage. What you should be trying to do is force the opponent to get into something that they're uncomfortable with. So like a situation where they have to have a team fight or something that they're just not going to be comfortable dealing with. At the moment, they're playing on 5S's terms because of letting the Malakin walk around the map and farm wherever he needs to. But in reality, what they should be doing is trying to force team fights where the Malakin's not going to be there, or just trying to do just risky plays because it's going to pay off more for them than the other team will. So, yep. What do you think about that, Bo?
Yeah, I think they're definitely playing on Triple H's terms. Triple H just running around the map, just farming away as much as they want. Malakin getting away, they can't do anything to him at the moment. He's just always out of sight, out of mind, just farming away. But when he needs to be there, he just ports in or just runs over there because he's got post haste. But definitely, we can see the Legion team, they're pushed all the way back. Really haven't got any farm happening here. Just looking at the levels at the moment. It's a fairly big gap with, we see Cujo getting away at level 13, while the closest behind him is level 11. That's Miara, and he was the tri-lane hero. But 5's definitely getting smacked around with the Arachna mid. Didn't enjoy that at all. He's under-leveled at the moment, comparatively. And he's also really under-farmed. It looks like he's going for a Shroud, I think. Although he's only managed to pick up the Steam Staff part of it so far. As I think Tundra's managed to pick up a puzzle box, just trying to check the level on it. As we see some more triple stacks here coming out for Cujo to farm it up. Actually, sorry, is that a double stack or a triple? I can't count all that crap in there. But anyway, going back to Tundra, where are you? Tundra, he has a level 3 puzzle box, so he is looking pretty well. He's looking pretty good at the moment. He's picked up strides, gone for the level 3 puzzle boxes to help his team push and counter ward. Puzzle box, of course, being another item we see a lot of the top tier games. As we see Demand and Shaman getting jumped on up at top. Myrmidon coming in, getting the stuns off, and then Magebane. Myrmidon, Magebane, Magnus coming at the top, and Magebane jumping in and finishing off Demand and Shaman there. But I'm looking at Tundra at the moment. Looks like he's got an Invis bottle in his Bottle of Tears. As he's now looking top, as we see Magebane in a little bit of trouble, but managed to TP away just before Hag can finish him off there. But again, the Legion team being forced back, can't get a lot of farm happening. They've got no map control. They've got one ward up. They can't see anything. As you call out, Magebane's going for early BKB. You think he needs this pretty badly, Gio?
Well, the other team's mostly magic-based, except for Malakin, so... you know, it'll stop Glacius from controlling him. It'll stop Tundra's pretty much all of his damage output. He won't get stunned by him. Hag loses all effectiveness basically, except for a few auto attacks. And yeah, it's I'd say that BKB is a really good item, but I don't really think it helps you with Magebane in this situation because what he's going to struggle with come late game is the farming potential between the two heroes. So you'll notice that Malakin's gold limit at 560, Magebane's 266. What really should be happening, I assume, is 5S should be attempting to have their support heroes stack creeps or just try to do all they can to try and help the other team. But yeah, at the moment, Malakin's just easily going to outcarry Magebane, but even Malakin's got BKB before Magebane has his, so you know that there's a problem when Magebane was going for an item from the very beginning of the game, and still hasn't got it, and Malakin's been able to farm 4 other items before that, 5 items before that, so that's really worrying, don't you think?
Yes, well, Jesus Christ, it's 22 minutes in, and Malakin has Alkbones, Post-Haste, Helm of the Black Legion, Whispering Helm, and a Shrunken Head. My god, that is ridiculous. As we see Tundra, Invisible Tundra, dropping his ult on Pharaoh, getting pounded by the puzzle box there, but shards coming out, just easy as you please, taking down Pharaoh, gets smacked around by a magic art, but can't do anything about it. Myrmidon's got to run, Cybe's got to get the hell out of there. Otherwise, it's going to be fish food. As we see Aracta possibly about to get jumped on here. We see the Legion, the Hellborn team coming behind, but no, he's got some friends here as he's dropped his ult on Hag. Hag in a bit of trouble. Has already blinked away. He's getting hit by that spider. Going to go down to the spider. Gets another blink off. Is he going to go down? No, he doesn't. Magebane's chasing him. Now he's in a fair bit of trouble. Spider's still chasing him, but Magebane cleans him up as I believe somebody got killed down there. As we see Demand and Shaman chasing, but he's all by himself. Bit brave here. He's in a lot of trouble. Bit of a silly one. Malakin now coming in. Demand and Shaman goes down as we hear Glacius. I heard a freeze go from Glacius as Arachna went down as well. As it looks like forced Tablet of Command has been picked up by Glacius. Using to push Kudro forward. Didn't manage to catch up to anything though. But we see Glacius having picked up his support item. But anyway, as we were saying, yes, as Kudro has sacrificed early game viability just to pick up farming tools, and because he hasn't been ganked at all, really, it's allowed him to snowball ridiculously. I mean, this is a massive getaway game for him. As we see Pharaoh come in on top of the Tundra, looks like he's got the going to have to back off though as he pulls out the Wrath of the Pharaoh. But we've got Glacius about to go around. Goes down to a stun from Magnus. As with Pharaoh still losing a lot of HP, but so is Tundra. Magebane's here now. Tundra in a lot of trouble. The puzzle box comes out. Puzzle box pounding on top of Magebane. Mana burn comes out. Magebane's got no mana now. No, he pops his power supply. He's going to get away now really easily, and nobody else is close enough to help him out, help take him out there. But wow, that's really not looking too healthy as we see Wretched Hags picked up a Sustainer, so probably going for a Nullstone at the moment. As we've also got Demand and Shaman has got Ghost Marches, and he's picked up, looks like Apprentice Robe. Now, if he's got the Apprentice Robe, I think he's he's going for a Force Staff as well. He's going for a Tablet of Command as well. Now, this is my problem with Ghost Marches, because for a support hero, you don't get much cash all game. If you get ganked a bit, then you lose even more money. So he's got Apprentice Robe, and at the moment he's sitting on how much money? He's sitting on 700 gold. So I mean, if he just kept it as basic marches, right? Because he wasn't doing any roaming, wasn't doing any ganking, he could have his Force Staff right now. Because spend 1,000 gold on a Neophyte's book, and then the 700 gold. Well, there's your Force Staff. But anyway, that's my problem with it. But obviously, what he's doing right now is working just fine. As we see Hag taking an Ancient Stack, although it gets nicked by Pharaoh. Pharaoh dropping a well-placed soul there. Not sure if he can see him there, or it's just a guess. But anyway, we see Tundra roaming around. Looks like he's looking for some kills there. But Gio, you noticed anything going on here in particular at the moment? Any back and forth? As it looks like the Hellborn team's going for Kong.
Well, looks like they're going for Kongor. I think the Legion team have got it. Yep. So 5S have got a ward up. They consider they're going for Kongor, but do 5S really want to try and contest the Malakan that farmed? Looks like they're going to try to, but they have heroes all over the map, and it's really hard to without like at least the Magnus or the Arachnid, or even Mage Main just being there to help. But yeah, I think they're just trying to bait them into the combat. There you go, Pharaoh getting wiped instantly. Myrmidon is trying to get away as well. BKB activated, so there we go. Spider straight onto Malakan. That slows him down a bit as well, but Malakan coming, Magnus coming straight in, trying to do some damage to Wretched Hag. Looks like 5S is just getting massacred here. Mage Main's staying alive, but he's running away. He knows that no point in trying to fight in that situation. I just try to get a tower while they try and get Kongor. So, but yeah, it's pretty like I think they used the Kongor as a bait to try to bring in the players one by one, and that's what actually happened. Pharaoh initiated. He didn't have any support. People hesitated, and yeah. And I'm getting a message from Mira at the moment where he thinks Pharaoh just screwed the game, so it's pretty disappointing on that end. So,
well, I'm going to say I did notice Buster Rhymes with Magnus. He caked his ult there, cancelled it with the stun. Probably should have used the shift Q command rather than just going straight for the stun. But anyway, I think I was going to say the good use of the puzzle box by Tundra, using it to knock off the spider very quickly from Malakan, so Malakan could get back up to speed and run down some heroes and get straight back into the fight. But of course we've got, looks like the supports are actually farming the Ancients this time. That's something we don't see all that often. But anyway, team farming the Ancients for the supports. As it looks like Tundra hunting here. Looks like he's spotted, I think he's spotted Mage Man. He's just waiting for some support maybe, or he's just waiting for... Nope, there we go. He was just waiting for the creep to stack a bit of damage on, drops the Ice Shards, drops the stun, and down goes Mage Man. Very nice, patient hunter there, hiding behind the trees, using the Hawk to scout, using the Snowy Owl to scout out the enemy in the jungle. As we see Malakan, what's his GPM now? Jesus Christ, 600 GPM. That is getting ridiculous. As we see Arachnid dropping it on Tundra. Tundra taking a lot of damage, not being too tanky, so he can't take that much damage. As we see Wheatfield come out, Hag is still invisible. Magnus stunning both Demented Shaman and Glacius, although the freeze coming out on Magnus trying to get away with Steam Bath, but forgetting that the Mauler is still around and can still spot him. As we see the counter warding, again, this is another reason for the puzzle box. Just such a good utility item, using it to counter ward there, using it to spot Magnus while he's invisible. Just a great item all around. And obviously it works really well when you've got 4 seconds of stun. You see the Wheatfield come out on Malakan, but really he just does not give a damn at this point. Just tanking it, tanking the tower, tanking everything, doesn't care. Just whacking away at the creep there. As we see, he's solid pushing top while his teammates push mid. As it looks like Pharaoh is moving up, getting ready to possibly jump in on the mid players, although probably not going to happen though, as it looks like his teammates aren't ready to back him up. As he jumps in on Cujo, that was a nice deny there. Just jumped in, ults him, jumps in, then gets the deny off, but it looks like he's going to pay for it though. Goes down in return. Magebane goes in though, takes out Glacius, and they take out Wretched Hag. So a double tap for him as Cujo's still fighting though. He's got the token, so he's going to go down and then get back up. Are they going to stay around and keep trying to fight him? As we see the Wheatfield come out, Arachnid's back in with a slow. Looks like he's in a bit of trouble. Demented Shaman comes in, pushes him away, but Demented Shaman in a bit of trouble himself. Gets stunned. The ult comes out from Magnus, very late ult, as Myrmidon goes down. As we see Tundra coming in, Myrmidon went down, but so did Myrmidon went down, but so did Arachnid in the end. And Pharaoh, so a lot of back and forth, as also Cujo, J Davey, Betch, and Doomdriver all went down there for the Hellborn team. So very big push there, getting 2 towers. Did they get 2 towers? Yes, they did get the 2 towers, although then again, Pharaoh denied the top one. But definitely a lot of back and forth there, but a bit hard to tell who came out on top there. Gio, who do you think came out on top on that fight?
I think the Legion team came out on top because they killed Malakan twice, and then they killed another 2 heroes along with that. So I'd say that that's definitely the Legion team coming out top, especially because they killed the carry in the opposite team, and that was like Mira coming back. So I think Mira's saving up. He's got himself a Warhammer. Maybe he's going for a shield breaker, but probably not the best idea against if you consider that Malakan's generally what they try to build is a demonic come late game. Or they just try to rush demonic really early on. Same with Predator. So I don't really think shield break is the best idea in that situation. Yeah, he's got 2 Warhammers. There's nothing else he can really be building unless he's stacking BKBs, which could be interesting. But yeah,
I thought he might be going for a Thunderclaw, but apparently not. He's got the double Warhammers, like you said, so not going to be that. As you see, Saib coming out here, just trying to get a ward up, gets the ward up, it goes down in return, and did the puzzle box come out? No, he didn't use the puzzle box, so they don't spot the ward. Saib getting his ward off, but dying in the process. Probably should have wandered out. Shouldn't have wandered out there all on his own. As we see, it looks like the Hellborn team are getting ready for a mid push. They're all stacking up here. Legion team also ready to defend, but they do... Oh, well, Saib's fairly low level. He'll be back in 20 seconds. So he might be back just in time for the fight, depending how fast the the Hellborn team push. So it looks like, who are they going to send in the bait, or are they just going to wait for Pharaoh to come out and counter-initiate? Is the question. Although it wouldn't be wise for Pharaoh to initiate at this point. They're going to wait till Saib is up at the very least. Even then, they probably want to play it fairly defensive, let the Hellborn team get themselves in position as Tundra gets pushed up into the ramp as Magma's getting smacked around now. The ults come out from Tundra. Magma's jumping back in with a stun, dropping his steam bath, but the gets seen though, as we see Demand Shaman go down as well. Whitehalma dropping a ward, as also Myrmidon goes down, so 3 players down on a team, as we see Cujo trying to catch up here. Ult coming out from Hag, cleaning up, I think it was Pharaoh just then, as Arachna goes down as well. So the Hellborn team definitely cleaning that fight up. A Genocide coming out for them, as it now looks like they're going to push the tower. Although Cujo just killing buildings. No, here we go. Now he's coming back to help out Hag. So Hag and Malikan going to push away as... Wow, okay, Malikan's got a Savage Mace as well now. He is so fat, it's not even funny. But yeah, definitely Malikan getting carried away this match. But would you attribute the win for this match mostly to Triple H's early game strat, where they went for the 2-2-1 to counter the tri-lane?
It worked very well against against the Legion team. The 2-2-1 was able to force Arachna to get hardly any farm, and the Pharaoh is usually pretty good in any single lane situation, so I don't think that mattered very much. But the main thing was that Wretched Hag has nearly got the same farm that Magebane has, and Magebane was in the tri-lane, so that's really worrying, to be honest. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame. Malikan, huge farm. I think the main thing is they left Malikan uncontested. What they really should have done is they should have tried to have the tri-lane go against Malikan. So, at the very least, they could have tried to get people to move in the opposite lanes, or they could have actually sent everyone top and at the start of the game. But they chose to tri-lane bot against Wretched Hag, and I think that Triple H just decided to counter that off the bat. Just was like, oh, okay, Hag, you go bot, because they don't have any heroes up top lane. So.
Well, yeah, like you said, they could have sent the tri-lane top to fight the enemy tri-lane and then had Pharaoh solo bottom versus Hag, and hopefully that would have forced Glacius to leave mid and help out the tri-lane at top. But as we saw, it didn't go down, and we see Magebane possibly caking that blink there and getting taken out. As we see Wheatfield coming from Myrmidon, catching Tundra. Tundra falling down to low HP. Malikan's waded into the fight. Malikan going to take down Myrmidon. Stun comes out from Magnus, but too late to save Arachna. But no, looks like Magnus going to go down as well. So the Legion team getting smashed as Pharaoh didn't even get into that fight, but we had the Concede vote coming out. So Triple H versus Team 5s, HHnH and HoNs take out the first match. This is a best of 3 though, so we will be back fairly shortly with the second round. Till then, you've been listening to Net Game Radio.